Welcome to Human Services Stories, Management, Customer, and Staff Voices. I'm Clinton Lewis, and I'm glad you're here. This show is about the people behind the work, the manager, staff, customers, and communities who care, support, and help one another move forward. And this episode is called When Time is an Enemy, Managing Caseloads Realistically. In human services, time can feel like the enemy. There are times when cases stack up. There are times when the calls keep coming and the meetings run long. And there's plenty of documentation that needs your attention. And by the end of the day, it can feel like you've been moving nonstop without ever really catching up or making any substantial progress. Remember, that feeling is real, but so is the responsibility that comes with the work. Remember, we do not cut corners. We do not falsify documentation. And please remember who we're there for and why we are there. We always follow policy and the law, even when the pressure is high. And we understand that there's no quick fixes when it comes to helping someone make real and lasting change. Time as a limited resource. Time is limited for everyone. You cannot do everything, and you should not be expected to. The goal is not to squeeze more and more out of already exhausted people. The goal is to focus on what matters the most, do it well, and do it in a way that can be sustained over a period of time. This means being honest about capacity. It means knowing that every task may not get finished today, and it means making thoughtful decisions instead of reacting to every demand with the same level of urgency. When everything feels urgent, nothing gets the care it truly deserves. Real caseload management starts with clarity. What is immediate, what is important, and what can wait without harming a person or the process. Let's look at some practical priorities. There are a few practical ways to protect your time and energy. You can set clear priorities for the day. Start with the tasks that affect safety, compliance, deadlines, and direct client support. Protect blocks of your time for critical work. If documentation, case reviews, or follow-up requires focus, give it a real block on the calendar instead of trying to fit it in between interruptions. Group similar tasks together when possible, returning calls, reviewing notes, and sending updates that can often be handled more efficiently when they're done in batches. Please leave room for emergencies. Human services is not a perfect schedule, and unexpected situations will come up. Flexibility matters, but flexibility should not become chaos. This is not about doing less of what matters. It is about doing it with intention so the work stays accurate, ethical, and useful. And this is for managers and caseload culture. Managers play a major role in whether a team feels supported or buried. As a manager, you should check caseloads on a regular basis, not just when someone is already overwhelmed. Look at whether the workload is realistic, whether timelines are workable, and whether certain staff are carrying too much or too long. You must ensure that caseloads are balanced across the staff. Also adjust when possible, reassigning cases, shift deadlines when appropriate, and make sure the staff know they can speak honestly about the capacity without being punished for it. It's important for you to encourage realistic expectations. A healthy team is not one that pretends everything is fine. A healthy team is one that tells the truth, works within policy, and keeps the focus on the quality of service and their customers. A healthy caseload protects children, family, and workers. When people are stretched beyond reason, the quality of care suffers. When the workload is more balanced, staff can think clearly, document accurately, and respond with more patience and skill, and their voice has more clarity. Here's a coaching moment for this episode. Before you start your day, ask yourself 3 questions. 1, what is the one task that will make the biggest difference today? What can I wait for or be delegated? Where can I protect 10 to 15 minutes of focused time without distraction? Then say to yourself, time is limited, so I will focus on what matters the most. That kind of discipline helps you stay grounded, and it helps you avoid busy work. It helps you keep your standards even when a day gets crowded and long. In closing, the work is demanding and the pressure is real, but we still have to do the work the right way. There are no shortcuts, no false documentation, no pretending that the rushing is the same as helping. Remember who you are there for and why you are there. Always follow policy and the law. Be honest about the time. Be honest about limits and your commitment to meaningful change. Until next time, take care of your work, take care of your team, and take care of yourself. Remember, you got this.